So who likes the mountains? Even just a little bit. They're nice to look at, aren't they? Well, myself, I like to be up in the mountains trying to do what I can to track up all the snow. So here's a few shots, of some of the video I've collected throughout the years of me and my friends and family having fun in the snow.
Sweet.
A little bit of stuff from Utah, a little bit from Montana, some powder, some moguls, some steep stuff, some jumps, you name it. So every once in a while I find myself skiing through the trees, because that's where all the good powder's at after all the easy stuff gets tracked up. I've often wondered, how does a person negotiate the trees like this? Because as you can see, there's plenty of obstacles out there, along with plenty of gaps, but also plenty of opportunities for injury, depending on how fast you're trucking through the trees. So when you're away from work, you're supposed to be thinking about the things you're doing, not thinking about work, right? Concentrating on what you're doing, such as, threading your way through the trees. But we all know better than that. Sometimes we end up thinking about work. And I find myself, thinking, it's kind of amazing how this here negotiating the trees, in a lot of ways, is similar to what's going on right now here at this fine company. How does one do this, you might ask? Well, it comes down to one thing. And that one thing is called vision. You have to be able to see the gaps, not the trees. If you focus on the gaps, you'll hit the gaps. If you focus on the trees, guess what? You're going to hit the trees. But if you keep focusing on the gaps and just keep going towards that next gap, pretty soon, the trees open up into a nice meadow. Same thing applies here. We have to see the opportunities, not the obstacles. So there's, oddly enough, there's some similarities for our management too. Sometimes I feel like our management feels about like this when they're on the phone with corporate. Thankfully, they do a pretty good job of insulating us from the noise or the wind or whatever you want to call it. This doesn't look like hot air, but it kind of seems similar. You can imagine the 85-mile-an-hour wind coming through the phone sometimes. Doesn't look like any fun to me. So as we're trying to make this place move forward and progress and do all the right things, we're gonna hit some bumps every once in a while. Things are gonna seem like they're just cruising right along into the wide open stretch, and things are sweet. Orders are coming in and products going out. And the board looks good, right? Well, every once in a while we decide to do something a little different, right? And whoa, that tree kind of got me a little bit. No, dang, we find ourselves staring face up at the top of the trees. So what do you do now? Well, you take a few deep breaths, you roll over, brush the snow off, and evaluate your situation. Just about every day we run into decision points. Now, some of those are exciting and we want to just charge full speed ahead, but we probably should use a little caution because full speed ahead sometimes can get you in a little trouble. As you see here. Now don't worry, it was a soft landing. 6 feet of snow will do that. But we proceed carefully and cautiously, especially when it's kind of a difficult situation. If we use our skills and our knowledge, we can get through this kind of stuff. So, every once in a while, we're going to come upon a rocky patch. What happens when you hit a rocky patch? Well, you slow down a little bit, take a few steps uphill, survey the situation, proceed on your merry way. This brings me to another important point. Remember that thing we talked about? That vision? It applies in many different ways. We have to be able to see far ahead of us, not just what's right in front of us. We got to be prepared. Now, when you're skiing through the moguls like this, you can't be focused on the bump that's right in front of you. You got to be looking 2 or 3 bumps ahead. The bump that's right in front of you has to have already been seen long ago and anticipated, and ready for. If we can do that, we can anticipate the bumps, see the opportunities. We'll be on the high-speed chairlift to fun times. So as we start to wrap this up, remember, focus on the opportunities, not the obstacles. And while we're at it, no good ski video is any fun without a pointless crash sequence. That's the best part, right? Here you go.
Right about there. Yeah!
Hope you enjoyed that, and here's one last thought. Don't do the pond skim unless you can make it, or you can be really cold and really wet. And no, that has nothing to do with the message of the rest of the video. It was just for fun.